Hello guys, welcome back. In today's videos, we are going to react on Julius Malema. I love to say this every time to no one is attacked. This is a open discussion. Like I said, let me do like this to educate you. Say like dog, no one is attacked. I don't want to watch this and feel like people they attacked and what. You understand? And we're going to add what he's saying. You understand? So I don't want people to be like, you know. I just want us to enjoy. Let's listen. Yeah. I say like so be it. It's like so be it. It's like so be it. It's like then let's be it then. You know, like that question of when someone comes with a question that you're going to think you're going to be like caring to explain. People they love that thing of him that thing of like you need actually let me do this. Hashtag calling me this. I don't know what happened. Um, the network is bad. Network is bad. Dude. It is like now your phone to check if I'm disconnected or what. Cause this thing when I check my phone, it's like I'm disconnected. While looking about when talk about deep. Cause this thing when I check my phone, it's like I'm disconnected. While looking about when talk about deep. Okay, let's start from the scratch.
Former President Kgalema Motlanthe, who says that if there's any more friction in that town of Senegal, it could spark civil war. Are you going to listen to him?
So be it.
So be it. So why we want to serve because of we are afraid of civil war? Yeah. Why we want to serve because of there'll be a civil war? Because Julius Malema, I think like what he's fighting for, he's fighting for dignity of the black child. He's fighting for land. He's fighting for all of us to become equal. You understand? So it's like let it be it then. He said let's be it. You understand? It's like let's be it. Let's be it. Because we cannot be afraid. We were like we are struggling in our own country. Right? We are struggling in our own country. And then we must be shaky. No guys, we can't allow that. He said like let's be it then. Let's be it. If there is a civil war.
We're in this mess because of people like him who allowed whites to undermine us like that. You think we can listen to people like him? You think we can listen to Mbeki, to Zuma, to Mandela? We'll never allow that. This nonsense must come to an end at some point. This one.
Hmm. Hmm. Powerful. Powerful. We say like we are in this situation we're in today because of people like that. So people are talking about they put us in this situation we're in today, and then you want us to listen to them. They don't care about our people. So you want me to listen to them. Hmm? So like let's be it then. Let's be a war. Because this is the one who was talking about the war. I didn't talk about the war. Who was the one talking about the war?
Whites should know that we're not stepchildren in this country. This is our country. We too belong here. And if going to Senegal will cause a civil war, if a man exercises his constitutional rights, that will lead to a civil war, so be it. I'm not talking here from the comfort of my couch in the newsroom Africa offices. I will be in Senegal myself. I'll be leading from the front. Do what you want to do.
Do what you want to. This is the leader you've been waiting for in Africa, based on what we went through, based on what we experienced. So like, let's be it then. I'll be waiting in front. I won't be talking here, sitting in what do you call this? Sitting in a room hiding myself while my people are fighting. So black people, they can be free and they can live the best life. And they can get their land back. So like, let's be it then. So like, let's be it. This is the person we have been waiting for.
What soldiers? Why should we be scared of retired soldiers when we're not scared of them when they were soldiers? When they legitimately carried guns to kill black people, we confronted them with stones.
Mr. Malema.
Let history repeat itself. Let us confront the same people our parents confronted.
Yeah.
If that is going to be the case, let it be.
Facts. Facts. You know, like during apartheid, black people, during apartheid, black people, during apartheid, black people, they were fighting, man. During apartheid, black people, they were fighting these people with stones. We talk about people who came with guns, right? We talk about people who came with guns and with all those things. You say like, let be it then. This is what we want.
We're not going to live in fear here because we think white farmers are former generals. They can go to hell. Murderers, generals.
Mr. Malema, I put it to you that as a responsible leader, you are the third biggest party in this country. Your utterances right now, you sound like a person who is spoiling for war, not the protection of democracy that you claim to go and do there. Is that what you essentially want?
But what is war? When a person says, I'm going to Senegal to defend a building with my body, I've never told you of AK-47. I've never told you
but
of
you are
hand grenade.
also saying...
You are talking war.
But you are saying...
When I defend myself against white racists and terrorists, if you are scared of them, it's none of my business, Chief.
But you
Go
are
on
saying...
alone.
But
you
are saying...
of being scared of white people.
You are saying...
So, he said like, who talk about the law, the war? I didn't mention AK-47. I didn't mention bombs. I didn't mention all those kind of stuff. And then you come to about the war. You mention the war that I didn't mention. And it's like, if you're afraid, if you're afraid, be afraid alone. It's like, if like you're afraid, be afraid alone. Don't include me to your things. That's Julius Malema. So like, be afraid alone, you know. And when he speak like this, is a thing of like to show like he wants black people to have courage, right? To 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 able to understand. You understand? Because this thing, man, doesn't make any sense. This thing doesn't make any sense. Why when I say it doesn't make any sense, it's like, When I say like doesn't make any sense, like how can we allow suffering? How can we allow things because of we are afraid of struggling, we're afraid of crime? They treat us like we're not human. You say like let it be then. If you wanted to be that way, let it be. He said it. This is a beautiful session I had. Around this is a beautiful session I had. So oh my god. So I always have the problem of connection, dog. Always have problem of connection. There's a problem I'm experiencing now. So like let's go and focus to other topic. This is so beautiful, man. It's all about the white farmers, all about the land, all those things. Um, Hello, and let's listen to this one. This his name is Julius Malema. Maybe you don't know him. It's the first time seeing him. He's a man who fighting for the life of the black child. He's well known. Europe know him. Um, Lots of people know him, especially in Africa, because of his fighting for the black life. You understand?
Is for in Soweto. And then one of the voting station, it's a barracks. That's where police stay. It's a voting station. It, out of 400, only 130 voted. Of the 130 people who voted, 118 policemen and their wives voted for the ANC.
Look, like I start to believe like ANC man is not fighting for us. This is what I believe based on their actions, based on the things we are seeing here. It's not fighting for its own people. ANC. It's not.
This Thursday, this past Wednesday, 118 policemen in uniform. They don't have toilets in their police stations. They are not well looked after. They are paid peanuts. They still vote for a party that pays them peanuts. But they must know we don't hate them for that. At least they expose their stupidity. But we'll continue to fight for them so that they get better salaries.
This is a EFF man. So like we don't get mad because of we understand. We continue to fighting for them. This is how what EFF is doing, fighting for those who can't fight for themselves. Because of like dog, you can say what you say, but if you're from South Africa, you understand what I'm talking about. If like you're from South Africa, you understand what what I'm talking about when you talk about Julius Malema. And they understand like black people when it comes to EFF. Even like why they understand like so like EFF is the only party that fighting for these people. Even the people from Africa, they be like, we wish we have someone like Julius Malema. They say like we wish we were party that fighting for that is fighting for South Africans like this, especially for those who lost everything during apartheid. They wish they have someone like Julius Malema.
the same barracks and you can't tell if that thing is a police station. The grass is long, hiding the building. That's where they work. No one is cutting the grass. The same police still vote for the ANC. Sometimes you just watch and ask yourself, are we really, really normal? Why? You can't say policemen can't read. You can't say they are illiterate. They are voting for food parcels. They are not getting food parcels. They can read. And what is worse about police? Some of you say police is metric. Police is not metric. For you to be a police after metric, you must go to a police college. That is a post-metric qualification. Highly learned, yet vote in an illiterate manner. And you ask yourself, where does this country go to? We want
Facts. Police, they do go to training, to ride, to train, how to use a gun. Those kind of trainings they offer in colleges. But I think like based on this one is talking about the the pay they done to him not voting for EFF. You understand? I believe let's talking about the pain for not voting for EFF. There is a pain that Julius Malema is talking about for now. You understand? This is the pain that he's talking about. So like, how can you vote for how can you vote for people who didn't vote for you?
the planning powers of our country to be removed from treasury. It must be a decision of politicians as to what are we going to do this year. And the treasury must just take out the money and finance what the politicians have said.
I hear you very well. I hear you very well. So this thing is like we need to. I was talking about this issue of because of they love to make it so like black people don't understand. They're talking about like this thing of affirmative action, right? Saying like black people, right? They were saying I was listening very careful. I'm the person who listen very careful. They were saying like black people they are not benefiting from uh, they're not benefiting from what do you call this? They're not benefited from BBE and affirmative action. I was like, we need to educate them. You know, those parties that against BBE, those parties that against those transformation of black unity. I was like, they will learn.
They are going to do this year. On Wednesday, we are going to listen to another lie. There will not be a plan to create jobs. There will not be a plan to grow the economy. There won't be money to give to Transnet. There won't be money to give to state-owned enterprises. They want to privatize them so that we can be unemployed.
That's why like EFF is fighting for to nationalize. You know, it's big when it comes to that. So like we must nationalize these things so they can benefit everyone in this country. They focus on that a lot. So like we must nationalize the banks, the land, everything must belong to government. There's a movement, there's a strategy of EFF. I see a strategy of EFF, and I'm saying, like, man, this strategy is a right strategy. Right? And I see, like, I was like, man, this is a right strategy for EFF. You understand? Because they say, like, they want to nationalize everything.
PRASA, Transnet, ESCOM, and all those state institutions that are owned by government. They were created to create jobs for white Afrikaners.
Yes, during apartheid. But it was like that, man. And oh, I understand, like, now where they think. I understand, like, now where they think, like, even like black people, they, like, now because of their in power, they want to put their own people affirmative action. For black people is to address inequality that happened, right? Is to address inequality that happened. That is why, like, they do those kind of stuff. So, like, they believe, like, they believe like this, like, they believe, say, like, oh, because of it was happening to them during apartheid, maybe this is their revenge, which is like other videos I was rating on them. They call it reverse psychology, reverse apartheid. I was like, this is not the reverse, right? I was like, this is not the reverse. I was like, this is not the reverse psychology. Because they were saying, like, it's a reverse psychology, blah blah blah, those kind of stuff. But I understand it's a thing of, like, they don't want uh, black people to be on their level, which is like EFF is pushing on that thing. So, like, we must be level, we must be one, and we must love each other, and we must be. That's why, like, now, not to be honest, I'm not okay when the country is fighting, when South African are fighting, because we are not moving forward. We're supposed to be one. You're supposed to stand one thing, right? That's where you go forward in this life. You'll never go forward in this life if you don't do those things.
Afrikaners have gone to America, but we must close those things and not give them money so that you cannot get jobs. You need to ask yourself, what is a big infrastructure here in Tshwane that government is building? There's no any big project in Tshwane that is precise.
I was asking myself, because I'm the person who love to think, and I'm the person who love to understand how things, why things are like this, why things are like this, why people are suffering, why specific. But I understand why, because of apartheid happens. Then it happened that most of black people, they are suffering. You understand? But like, man, that's why I started to fall in love with Malema, because of when he speak life. When he speak the truth that can save us. You don't speak just for the sake of speaking. He's speaking the truth. There's a thing I love about Julius Malema. Honestly, like, what I love about Julius Malema, the truth he's speaking that can change our life. The truth that can remove us and for us to move forward and think out of this. Right? Which means I see lots of things here.
Where do you expect to get jobs if there is no project that must create jobs? Which factory has been opened? Which minerals are being beneficiated here in South Africa? Nothing. Yet you say you are going to create jobs. The only thing the ANC celebrate is that SASA they give to our people and the 350 because they think they can buy you. You must take the 350 and vote for the EFF.
Facts. So like you as EFF, you're going to give up people 350s because of like 350s means a lot to them. You know, 350s is they mean the lot to them.
Because that money does not belong to the ANC. Fighters, let's go back and launch branches. Let's make sure that branches of the EFF are strong, branches of the Youth Command are strong, so that we can continue to fight these things I'm telling you about. Donald Trump knows very well that there is no white Afrikaner who's being killed.
He knows very well. He knows very well. I don't know like why he's being like that. He knows very well. He knows very well. I think it's a part of the game they want to play. I believe like there's a part of the game they want to play.
In South Africa. It's a lie. Even if they come and kill us, it will remain a lie because no one is being killed in South Africa. The white killings I've seen is white people killing each other, partners, for inheritance. There is no black people who are killing white people as
Oh my god, the video I just saw like now the guys all know what's happening in Fanabale. There's a if you don't know, there's a taxi, lifted students. Oh my god, it's so painful. I don't know you guys watch it. Oh my god. So painful.
a political statement that we are now going to kill whites. There is no organization that represented that. The threat came, sorry. They started shaking, started working on a plan on how are we going to kill the EFF.
Facts. He's telling the truth. That's why they saw like EFF is coming with power. That is so like EFF is coming with power. And indeed, EFF is coming with power. Look, there's a true EFF is coming with a strong power.
They wanted to kill it on the 29th of May. Money came out after those rallies. Everything. Songa is a zivi. He gets formed today. The following day, he's got money to send SMSs. Don't vote EFF. He has no reason why. He was formed to come and stop the EFF. All of them, they get money from white capital, which wants to kill the EFF. If you are destroying a branch of the EFF during the launch, you are working with Songezo Zibi, you are working with the Rupert, you are working with white monopoly capital to destroy our organization, the organization of the poor, of the poorest.
Well, you know, like once realized, like EFF is a future. That's where I realized, like, man, EFF is a future, right? And to see like and why they try to bring so down like this, why AfriForum, why they try to bring it, because if they can put Julius Malema down, black people are not able to express themselves like now, because of like now we have EFF, you can express yourself, right? As a black child, since we're from apartheid, now you can just express yourself. But if like they take away EFF from you, that will be a problem.
Student debt can't be cancelled if there is no EFF. Our children will not get enough money if there is no EFF. Gogos will continue to pay for water and electricity if there is no EFF. So do not destroy the branches of the EFF. Build the EFF, because when you build the EFF, you are defending the future, and that future belongs to your children. We don't care about ourselves now. We are marching now so that our children cannot march next year, because we have done the job for them. We want our children to inherit a functional country. Country ibodile. There is no department that functions well. There is no municipality that functions well. There is a municipality here called Madibeng. Kisakasi in and out.
Like this video disturbed me. I was watching this video where like kids got accident in Fanapil. They got accident, you know, and 11 passed away. This is so sad, man, to watch. This is so sad to watch it, to listen to it. This was like now I was like, man, let me view like this. So like, it's so painful. It's very painful. People lost their lives. So bad. So bad, man. I don't lie. So let's go back to Julius Malema and get the speech. It's ending also.
when you vote for an EFF candidate to come and represent the poor of the poorest. And in the EFF, when opportunist to Tamaya, who divided the branch, Unana, Rutova Cancelan.
For the ANC and white African farmers, this is what we experience into this one. So like these people, I think they're still in charge, eh?
Shoot to kill. All right, let's
Yes,
start there.
shoot to kill.
This AfriForum faces Julius Malema. There are people they love to. AfriForum want to bring Julius Malema down because Julius Malema speak the truth, and Julius Malema is a waking cup. Is a call to black people to wake up, you understand, and fight what belongs to them, so that they can wake up and work on themselves and make sure they change this country. So our forums do all they can to bring Julius Malema on 23 September. We on 23 September Julius Malema is going to be what something what. Let me call this call. Hey Malik, didn't sound fun. Yeah? Phone too. Phone ke a ke ya mo teng. Eh ha ona ntho. Eh mona le go tšhelete, mona ba tšhelete no mona. Daddy. Facebook a ke dumela tse. Eh? Ga phusha ona ntho e nngwe me, go phusha fela ona tabeng. Ke gae, go gae hle mona. Thata man. Too much. Definitely. Yeah? I don't know. Yeah, man. Ke tlo post until ke kry-a 100K followers on Facebook. Motho ba ya rata ile and you kry-ile 500 views. 500 my first time on Facebook. Getting 500 views, man. The opportunity, so I take it, dog. I don't care what people say. Ba bua ba ya pele. Go bua ntse ya pele semong. Batho ba bua ntse ya pele. Ka shebella le. Tsa bana mo. Mna tsa bana. Mna tsa bana mo itse botlhoko mo. Yo. Nna ke ba time ka ye. Only a different stage. O tla oka mo ne tse text tse mona. Mo dula mona ga le kela tse 3. Le mona tsena tsa le dintho tsa ka mo.
Kill him.
To kill Nyamazan. So Nyamazan is an animal.
Problem.
So when we say shoot to kill Nyamazan, we are commanding Nyamazan to shoot and kill. You also want me
I'm not getting a bit to push over Val, dog. Just that. Just that. Little friend of fella for them. Yeah? Okay. Thank you, Fanak. Thank you, Fanak. Yeah, so I'm full of drug. You only 2026. You only feel. Joshua.
To interpret the language you hear.
Yes, just so we're clear. What are you saying?
Kiss the Boer, kiss the farmer. I thought it's English.
It is?
Yes.
And what does that mean?
It means kiss.
Kiss how?
Mwah.
To my mind, if you say kiss the boer, but you still say shoot to kill, it still is hate speech. However, if you just blatantly say kill the boer,
Why are you scared, man? This is a memorial song during your forefathers are taking our mothers, our fathers. They were sing those songs because of the forefathers. They were seeing black people as not humans. You understand? So, like, it's a thing like why you're so scared like that? This the apartheid things that were happening, right? I notice people love bad things. I never got this views in 2 days. Yeah. What's happening now? No. No.
then you don't even have that argument to fall back on.
No, the message in the chant is very clear. Shoot to kill, kill. Nyamazan means shoot to kill the enemy forces who are standing in between us and our freedom. It was very clear that. And then the kiss is exactly that. It means kiss the Boer, kiss the farmer. Because I know when I say that, you are going to take offense. You know why? Because you don't want a black person kissing a white person. It's an immoral act.
Facts. It's now building the policies of
According to the immoral act of during apartheid, even to embrace love and kissing of black people to white people, it's a criminal offense. I know that the racist will still be offended by a call to kiss.
If you sometimes sing kiss the boer, I regard that as an acknowledgement that singing kill the boer is wrong. That's why you sing kiss the boer.
They say like we will not stop singing to appease a white what. So like this is a struggle song that our forefathers were experiencing, right? And then so when they experience like that, it's a thing of it's a memory to say like we are still up, we're still white fighting because of even in 2026 we never received the land. Just imagine in 2026 And when we're in 2026, we never received the land. It's been the top topics of the land. It's been the topics of the land. You understand? Even 2026, we are still fighting for the land of our forefathers. Government said you're going to get the land without paying any cent. They put it into they put it into they put it into what is this? What they call it? Also, they put it into to law. So like we need to take things with the law, respect the law, those kind of stuff, right? And we respect that. We respect that. But the thing of like how long we've been waiting. We should we should wait until where, right? We should wait until where. You get my point. So this is what we are waiting on.
And we are not going to be fighting by white fragility. This is our heritage. Let's use it.
We are not going to massage your feelings. We are not going to massage your white fragility, your white privilege. This is not happening. This is not about a song. This is not about a song. This is about a history.
We've seen what can happen to the court. I'm going to adjourn and have to go and speak to the court manager and find out what's going on.
So it's a thing of like why you want people to forget their history just like that. So like you want the black people to forget their history like that. Doesn't make any sense. You know, you want black people to forget their history, to forget what their sisters went through. Because of when they sing the song, you feel threatened. When you say like, why is Orania? That is the same question you should ask. So like, why Orania? Is it like why Orania? Right? We ask the question. So like, why Orania? Why you do Orania? Why you separate people? Why you divide people? These are questions that we ask. We get no answers. We get no answers. You understand? So this is what I'm focusing on. You know, this is what I'm focusing on. To say like, yeah, that's my point. Nothing much. Nothing to say. This is what I'm focusing on.
These are people who understand the situation, and I would take it working with the police.
The 9th of March 2010, when Mr. Malema was addressing the crowd of supporters at the University of Johannesburg. And he made a speech and then he burst into song. The lyrics are, "They are scared, the cowards. Shoot the boer or shoot a boer. They rape these dogs." There's also a translation that says, "They rob these dogs." In the weeks that followed, farm attacks.
It's a history. It's a history. It's a thing that happened. So you must act things never happened. Must be those people who act like things never happened. You must be ignorant and so like, oh, they never robbed our land. And those kind of issues. We must behave like that. So like they never rob the land. They never done something wrong. You understand? Is that thing So like they never rob it. Boy said they rob it. Hi. Bad things happen, bad things happen, bad things. Waarom echt? Nonsense. Let's see, let's share. Yeah, I'll show you.
Tax increased. At least 2 farmers were murdered. You are singing about shooting the Boers, and your supporters are talking about committing farm murders. But the reality is that these people are actually being murdered.
Now, you testified earlier that Boer means farmer. Is that correct?
Yes.
So would it be kill the farmer?
No. In a literal meaning, that's your interpretation. In our understanding, because we are not barbaric, we know that farmer gets to be used as a phase of land dispossession. And the system that has rejected us and stolen property from us. That's what we mean by the farmer.
Facts. Facts.
But they understand in that context.
How do you know they understand that?
They would have done it by now.
They have.
No, they've not.
But we continuously see politicians romanticizing violence against farmers, and we see it all the time. It has become a characteristical feature of political life in South Africa. There's political gatherings where songs are being sung about how farmers should be murdered. The single most significant and the single most influential person in this regard is undoubtedly Julius Malema.
The black people roots know the first black person he saw is a domestic worker in his house when he grew up.
Facts.
Because even though it's work, I might as well enjoy my work, right?
Yeah, that's very important.
The second black person he saw was a security guard at the gate when he got out. The fourth black person he saw.
You see, like when it comes to debating, it comes to topic. When it comes to debating, comes to topic, man, no one is going to debate with Julius Malema. You understand? No one. No one is going to do it. No one, dog.
Like that, because that is his exposure to black people, and
See, why is it like they increased? You know, like no party.
and therefore always characterizing us as non-thinkers, as baboons, as people who can't think. And that's why if they hear a leader says, kill the Boer, they can go into the house and take machete and go and kill people. Because these are non-thinkers. That's how they view us. That's how they characterize us.
Facts. Facts. Definitely facts. So I need to change this title, this page now.
Why we coexist with such people who look at us and who think of us like that. We don't think like that about them.
Our leaders never thought of like that about them. Despite the fact that they engaged in genocide of black people when they came here, despite conquering us in the wars of dispossession, despite killing kids in 1976 and in the 80s, we don't think of them like that. We never thought of them like that, but they think like that about us.
Facts. It's telling the truth. It's telling the truth.
That's very bad.
It is not our argument that farm murders constitute ethnic cleansing, but there is a stronger argument to be made that this could lead to ethnic cleansing than to be made that this could lead to genocide. And the reason why I say this is ethnic cleansing typically manifests in people saying, we're going to take your land, we're going to chase you off the land. And if you leave our country, typically.
You know, like I'm thinking something like this. There's something in my mind, right? When I see like there's something in my mind, so like, why not? Why not? Hello. Why not? You know, like I'm thinking something, but again, this thing of understanding the history because of the Orania, they don't want black people to stay there. They're saying like they want to preserve their culture, but when it comes to black people to sing their song of apartheid, that that affected us, affected our forefathers during apartheid. We are wrong. Yeah, can't be like that. We can't be like we are wrong when we talk about what happened to our forefathers and what they lost. The reason today we have nothing is because of their forefathers' action. Whether they
includes comments like, you are just a visitor. Yeah. If you go, you can go back to your home, wherever that is. And if you go there, you know, we're all going to live in peace. Genocide says we're going to come after you and we're going to kill you. He made several comments about, it's also in the book, slitting the throat of whiteness and making comments as such. And then saying, basically what he's saying is you should behave, because if you don't, we're going to call for a genocide. That's what he said. We're not calling for genocide, at least for now. In other words, one day we might change our minds and we might start calling for genocide.
Now, how do you reconcile this constitutional notion that South Africa belongs to all who live in it, and that white people are visitors in South Africa?
You arrived here as settlers in 1652. It's a historical fact. And you were using South Africa as a refreshment station. You were not here to settle. You were passing. We have embraced you, that you have naturalized in this country. But
yes, that's what happened. As black people, they done wrong things to our forefathers. They done things that live with us. They done wrong things that our kids they need to pay for them. Struggle, live in poverty. You can mention all those things. But remember, like I said, we are not attacking people. We are not attacking people. We are just sharing the history of we are sharing the history of what happened during apartheid and 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 yeah, you understand. So they must put in their minds like we are sharing the history, you understand, of what happened. Stay tuned. Bye.